This is Luis Martin, the art engineer. Hey, thank you for joining me. I'm kind of happy in a moment. I was setting up and then I saw this. Do you guys see this? It's just so beautiful. Like the colors and the composition of the fonts. Sometimes things just hum and you have to pause to appreciate it. So now that we're back, it's collage time. So yesterday I had an amazing time collaging with a group of people, which is amazing. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And also I want to tell you about the collage prompt weekly. So every week now we're gonna have a prompt and you can just follow along and share what you did with the prompt. This week the first prompt is deconstruction. So where is that going to take you? Think about it. It's really, really fun. Think about food, how they deconstruct a hamburger and how they put it back together. Well thought out, and sometimes that's why it's so expensive. But also, just kind of to see where it takes you and the significance of words and images that you might want to deconstruct. And it's also such an exciting thing because I will also be selling the classes to go along with each session. And the fun thing about that is that it's not going to be on YouTube, so I can play whatever music I want, I can make whatever references I want, and there's a lot of freedom that comes to that. So they're $5 a class. Come on over. Like I said, you don't have to take the class to participate, so participate, tag us on Instagram at collage.dream, and share your work. So let's get started. Again, beautiful. Why does this work? Just because of the fonts, the different warmth in the colors. Today I'm going to be working with a somewhat older Travel and Leisure and this beautiful Life magazine from 1949. Now I know this is really hard sometimes to just make art from something so gorgeous, but remember, you're making something more beautiful, right? Or something beautiful from it, something meaningful, so it's not just sitting there collecting dust. So I hope that helps you a little bit. It helps me think about it that way. So let's just start. I think I'll start with this though, just because. Okay. So like I said yesterday, I was at Club Coming in New York City. Funny name, right? But it comes because of the owner's husband, the actor Alan Cumming. They own this bar and they have great programming, and I happened to connect with Brini Maxwell, who has a craft night, and she invited me over, and let me tell you, the world is okay. I connected with this community of zesty people who were just so happy to be out making art. They were knitting. I mean, listen, if you can find a community, a safe space, it's so important. The world feels that much smaller. I mean, look at that, look at those colors. All right, so it's Travel and Leisure, so we're probably gonna find a lot of environmental stuff, which I'm really excited about. But let's see. Ooh, I love these ridiculous fonts. Actually, I'll tear one of these. Remember, it doesn't have to make sense right away, so just tear. Whatever moves you, whatever you want in your life. I want big fonts in my life. Oh, check that out. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, let's take that. Oh, look at that trellis. Okay. Oof. Ooh, I think I might have slept really well, and colors are just popping out at me because, like, this gives me such like joy to look at. Look at that green. The ocean. All right, the images are kind of small this time around, huh? Oh, look at that. That looks like a nice collage. You see that? That's really fun and inspirational because you can do that really easily, right? Take an image, turn it into a grid, and play with it. Maybe we'll be inspired by this. I think to me it's really important to think about stream of conscious, right? Because that could be your superpower. As a person who's super dyslexic, a person that can't hold more than 2 numbers in their head at once, that's my superpower. I make connections with visuals, with colors, and that's what I can do. Some people can do math. Look at this. This is so beautiful. Look how the colors are like faded in the back. This might be just a color appreciation video, by the way. I kind of want to do something with that. And here I can spend another few hours just looking at this. I mean, do you remember the last time you saw an ad for a pen? Actually, I get a lot of that on Instagram, but that's besides the point. All right, let's find something. Okay, this is gorgeous. Check that out. I mean, again, the contrast, the beautiful, like, what is that? Cobalt blue or something with the lime green. It will have to be this. Okay. So let me play with this. Thank you. So I'm going to keep this, and like I said, I'm going to be inspired by that image we saw. So there's a huge emphasis on being original, and I think no matter what you do, even if you copy, you will always come up with your own DNA all over your artwork. So especially when you're starting, you need to copy to kind of stretch your muscles, right? Your artistic muscles, your creative muscles. So don't boggle yourself down with this, oh, I need to be original, or oh, this reminds me of that, because it's part of the process, honestly. So like I said, I'm not going to copy that collage that I just saw, but I'm going to take some inspiration from it and see what comes of it, right? So that was on a grid. I think what I will do, because I do love this image, it's so beautiful, I'm gonna do something a little bit less deconstructed. Oh, there's that word. The word of the day, deconstructed. So please, if you do this prompt, send me, tag me, email me your art. I love, love, love to see people's collages, especially if they're from the prompts, especially if they're from these videos or from the collage kits. I mean, it really fills me with purpose. It really does. So a lot of people have shared, and it really moves me. All right, so check this out. I have my substrate. I have these lovers. They're so beautiful. And I'm gonna play. So just how that one had a grid, I'm gonna create a grid, but I'm gonna create a different grid. Right here, this is what I was talking about. This is where you can be like, you know what? I'm gonna make it my own. You saw what I did? I just flipped it upside down. I mean, that's all it takes to be original, right? I am no longer copying anything of the sort. Now I'm being completely me. My hands are a little shaky. I'm having my coffee. What are you drinking? I hope you have libations. Tea. Oof, I had some lotus tea the other day from this apothecary store right by us. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. Lotus tea. Okay. So see how this kind of becomes something completely different? And I might have to use my little frenemy that I always talk about. But just because this is kind of a precarious paper. Maybe if I do it this way. All right, so let me find one more element just so it's not just the deconstruction of this. I did love this, remember this? So I'm gonna put this to the side. It might fall apart, but that's fine. Why did I love this? This geometry here is gorgeous. I was just saying, I don't do math, but I can appreciate geometry. It's very Bauhaus, no, that's not Bauhaus, but it's geometric. So I'm not collaging with music right now because I'm gonna do that in post. I'm very fancy. It's a different experience. It's a totally different experience. I recommend it. So if you usually collage with music, try it once without and see what happens. And you can actually hear the paper like being cut or being torn. That's always neat. So I have this. And I do want to use this fun little font over here. Let's play. So my favorite part of yesterday, being at that club with a bunch of people, it was like taking this show on the road, you know? And And some people hadn't collaged, and that always surprises me. And you know what? They were naturals. I think when you come with your curiosity and you're willing, you can't help but have a good time. See, that's kind of fun, right? Okay, so here we go. This is coming along really fast, you guys. This is what happens when you have no expectations, right? Everything's good. Okay, so I'm gonna move these for a minute. Oh, look at that. Oh, so romantic. I love that. Okay. Isn't that, okay, that's really pretty, you guys. Annoyingly pretty. So when we're collaging, especially if if you've studied the tarot, which I talk a lot about, symbolism kind of comes to you very naturally. So this kind of, the circle, they're kind of connected, is a very beautiful thing. So once you're done, not while you're collaging, I don't recommend that, but once you're done, take a look at your collage and see what messages are there that are coming through that you didn't realize were swimming around in your subconscious. Oh, I love this. This is like a Fata Morgana. It's a $10 word. Fata Morgana is a castle in the sky. It's a mirage of like a castle floating in the sky. I love that word. Fata Morgana. And it looks like a castle floating, right? So let's go with that. Maybe we can call it that. If I can spell Fata Morgana. I think that's always part of my favorite thing too. Giving my collages names, because it gives opportunity for narratives. In art school, everybody thought it was really fun to call things Untitled, Untitled 3, Untitled 4. Which is fun, but I think people just did it because other artists used to do it in the past. Okay, let's see if I can incorporate this. Fun. And what if I break away? So see how I was inspired by that grid, and now it's taken me somewhere completely different. So like I said, even when you try to copy, it just doesn't work. Your DNA, if you're open and willing, your guiding system will take you somewhere completely different. So lean into that, my friends. Oh, fun. I do believe in love. You have to, or else you won't find it, right? How can you find something you don't believe exists? Oh my. Okay, this is really pretty. That's so cool. Okay, so maybe one more thing. So let me go back to our travel and leisure, and perhaps I can find just one more element that will give us something. Like maybe a voyeuristic giraffe watching them kiss. Hey, why not? Look at that. Maybe some color would be nice, right? Oh, look at that color. Okay. Ask and it shall be given. I love this orange. So music is huge to me, and I was just listening to Leonard Cohen, and I can't wait to use music in my prompt classes. Do you know the amount of freedom? And to be able to show images of things that inspire me? I mean, I think I can do that on Instagram as well. I mean, on YouTube, but it's a different experience, you guys. Okay, step right up. Yes, I love it. Okay, so these colors are humming. What do I mean by that? I don't know what I mean by that. I think what I'm trying to say when I say they're humming is that they're somewhere in the color wheel, they just all make sense scientifically. But also, so what I'm thinking right now is how I'm going to do this, because I usually don't like to glue to paper, because see, there's a smudge and I want it to be independent so I can move it around. So I'm going to have to think fast real quick. Let me see. You know what? So problem solving. I don't want to adhere to the paper because the paper is a little smudgy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around. And that's fun. And I'm just going to do this. I'm going to trust that I can do the same effect without really looking at it. I'm going to tape it. I don't like tape, but I think that'll give me the freedom that I'm looking for if I had tape. Do I have tape? I don't think I have tape, my friends. All right, we're gonna roll with the punches. Okay, all right, Mr. Paper. I'm gonna trust you that you're smudge free. Like I said, don't stress out about anything. Roll with the punches. Okay, so I'm gonna commit to this. Now, why do I roll with the punches? Because I've seen darker storms and I know that at the end of the day, this is just paper. Okay, here we go. Voila. So if you're in the States also, we just created our Pro Tools kit, and basically what that is, it's all of the tools that I use in a little bundle. I'll show you real quick. So if you go to the website, you can pick this up. It has all the tools that I use on a daily basis. I have the mat, my favorite adhesive strips, my frenemy, the glue stick, my beautiful wand to cut, the X-Acto knife, a little itty bitty ruler that's really helpful, and a glue pen, which is a nod to my friend Matt, who told me all about it. So you can pick this up at collaging.com and get your studio going. But unfortunately right now it's only in the US because it's really expensive to ship elsewhere. But if you're willing to pay, let me know. And again, this and the classes, it's all a way to support the studio and this passion project. And also, I mean, fundamentally, I think you know this, part of my goal is to empower people, right? To empower people. Like, look how powerful this is, that we can create a manifestation of love. So do the same and see what happens. Oh, I got excited. So just so you know, in my head right now, I'm listening to Leonard Cohen. Dance me to the something or the other. Yeah, we have a collage. So this is really fun. Again, so this was self-conscious. No, it was not self-conscious, it was the opposite. This was completely unconscious, and I was just looking for images. I'm really happy with what came out. Again, if you start with a beautiful image, it's really easy to continue making something beautiful. But I'm in love with the humming of the colors, the blue and the orange, the blue and the orange, the green. It's just so pretty. So I believe in love. I hope you do too. And I am Luis Martin, the art engineer. Follow me on Instagram at art engineer and show me what you're doing. I'm really excited to see what everyone is doing, and I hope you're having a great time. Share your prompts. Bye.